Welcome all of you. So in this video we talk about the nanotubes which turns heat into current or heat into electricity. So we already aware of that such kind of conversions with some different bulkier stuff. But right now the scientists invent that is we already talk about so many other application of these carbon nanotubes. Okay, yes, the nanotubes we talk about is carbon nanotubes. So what the scientist does, like they make these carbon nanotubes in a fiber form by having some linear arrangement of this. So yeah, that is one of the cone is possible, or that is one of the struggle what optimization we may need to do. I'll talk about later on this. So they make the linear fashion arrangement of this carbon nanotube, make it in fiber form, and then after this fiber form they woven it with some any kind of clothes, because it's become the fiber, then it's woven with a textile or some different kind of fabrics. They woven together and make a cloth or something. So now what is the use? It's not like the clothing for the human beings also, like it's kind of any kind of clothing we can use. Like I will tell you these things later. So they woven together it, and then what is the benefit of this? Like these kind of carbon nanotubes what they have invented, and they make in a fiber form and they woven together the clothes. These are able to harness the sunlight or UV light or sunlight, and it can convert to the heat. And what exactly? It's sunlight which producing heat, and now they convert this heat to the electrical energy. We already heard so many things of nanoparticle capabilities like UV cut and all, but right now these nanotubes able to convert any heat into this electrical energy, and especially the sunlight heat. And why we giving a focus or on the sunlight or the daylight or this UV light? Because it can have a more wider applications, or just giving the justification of the wider applications, because cloth is one of the things that we can use. And apart from that, what is the another thing is here, we already know the whole environment get polluted with the so many carbons in different plastic forms and all. So when we make it to the non-harmful thing, then we convert it in the dioxide, and then further we utilize in different forms. But here, if we able to utilize this carbon into making such kind of carbon nanotubes and carbon nano formulations, and going to apply for the different kind of uses, the way what we are utilizing it as harnessing this heat to the electrical energy, like thermoelectrical energy. So then definitely somehow it's not we can utilize this excess of carbon. And what is the struggle point here? They make it in a fiber form having some linear fashion arrangement alone, linear arrangement. But the bigger question is that how long it can be converted into the fiber form, because right now they have done some in some of patches, maybe some fixed, some smaller size. But when we want to scale it, so its scaling is only possible when we make it in a longer fiber form. So that is one of the struggle. And apart from that, what is the cost effectiveness? Like, because the carbon nanotube, making the carbon nanotubes, and we are making the carbon nanotube which able to harness this heat energy, so I can absorb this heat energy. So those are not general carbon nanotube, those are some specific parameters. So their sizes, their everything going to be fixed. Only then carbon nanotube having that such kind of capabilities. And why people are utilizing the carbon? The first is the abundance, and second, it can harness this energy very beautifully, or like it has such kind of good conductivity. So that is the one of the reason the people are giving the focus on this. So yeah, so these are the some questions which we need to address. But apart from that, it is a great research, and if able to make it in a fiber form, the longer fiber thread, and then definitely so many clothing, other things can be utilized. And apart from that, suppose there is a the peoples are utilizing some kind of covering, the clothes covering some of the functions, like we are saying the tent or maybe some kind of roof which is made from these kind of clothes. So if you are making this, and those are very temporary one, people can utilize some on even on the beaches also. So if we able to make such kind of clothes, we can at least utilize in that forms, and those are completely movable. Like once you finish your work, then you can just close it and just pack it, and whenever you start working you can use it. So this going to be very useful, especially for the countries where there's so many sunlight and people are so people can use such kind of clothing as in roof for a temporary purpose, as some of the places, some cafeteria, some other even the beaches, cafeteria, or maybe some other places also. So they can use it, and for the small functions or event they can utilize it, and they can harness those energies to to even the making cooler to that surface. Yeah, and that is another thing, like if it can convert heat into the electric energy, so it can reduce the heat also, so you doesn't need to pay much more money to make that space cooler. Okay, so that is one of the another advantage on this. So yeah, so in as in whole definitely is a good step, but only thing, so many struggle like making the longer fiber, that is one of the struggle which I feel, and by the efficiencies and all, so that is another thing. But yeah, but major problem or maybe major struggle is that to making the longer fiber from, that is the major one. Other things are even the quite good. So that's it for this video. If you need further discussions on that, if you need further explanations of that, so you just DM me so we will meet with another video with some different kind of topics. Till then, bye, take care.